So I've never done one of these before.
So do I like
Alright.
bend over now or later?
Hello, this is I-Cross1, also known as Cross. With me is Dylan,
Yo.
Sean,
Hi.
and Jesse.
Please leave in that portal.
I will. Trust me. And welcome to the Clamcast.
Like,
this is
Clams!
Does it look alright for this type of movie?
What? This is going to be a podcast with an inside joke that only one of us can
Clams!
understand. This one.
Clams.
Clowns.
Clams.
It was a great
Clams.
joke.
Apparently.
And yeah, so we're going to be...
You have to guess what clam stands for.
You were so excited about
I
it.
was, because I totally
Does it
remember
not
that.
stand for clams?
So basically we're going to be talking about, well, looking at our list, it's mostly politics, which is a bit strange for all of us.
Timer.
And so yeah, let's get this show on
Oh,
the
sorry,
road.
were we doing something?
Yes.
Okay.
We are in
Oh,
fact
look
doing
at
the
Jesse's
introduction.
amazing timer over there.
So,
That is now
About to be a secret.
40
It's
seconds.
supposed to be a secret.
We're at 43.
If it's if this video is 4 hours long, then the secret didn't work. Let's just say it that.
Yeah.
Secret.
There's no longer a secret.
So just because we're starting for
Oh my
topics,
God, Cross.
I'm gonna let Dylan introduce what we're doing.
So the first thing that we're doing here is talking about our...
These leaning chairs. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, they lean way back. When I got really excited, I leaned back like that, and I was like, this is the best
That's
chair
a good
ever.
chair doesn't
If
have
it looks like we're somewhere important right now, that's because we're stealing a room.
My chair doesn't tip.
We stole it. We shot the owner. Where we stand in the
Oh,
political...
jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god, Cross, that is really far back.
No.
Whoa! My chair was locked, so when I unlocked it, it was like, whoa!
Dude, I could go way back. You could like sleep in this chair.
So
Okay.
we want to restart.
There's been
No,
like
no.
there's been like
Okay.
3 times I've tried to say this.
Dylan, go.
We're gonna point out our views on the political spectrum, like what we think a government would need in order to run smoothly. You don't even look like a pretty girl.
Basically, we're talking about where we are on the political spectrum.
Yeah.
So let's explain what the political spectrum is.
You want to do it?
Sure. Political spectrum, left wing is for like more government power. Right wing is Republicans and guns and less government power.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, you're
right
wrong.
wing is Republican.
Yeah, right wing is like guns.
I'm using Republican
okay.
as an example
Yeah, I
because
think
I'm not a Republican.
Remember,
Nobody's a
Slightly
Republican.
despise them.
Nobody's a Republican.
In the entire world, there's a single Republican.
United States doesn't exist. It's all a lie.
United what?
I don't
Abraham
know what you're
Lincoln?
talking about.
No.
He was John A. McDonald's bitch.
What?
Give me sure.
First Canadian Prime Minister. History lesson.
Remember when I said PG?
Yes, sir.
I forget.
No, that's not a bad word. That's not a bad word.
I have been following PG. He means that he liked to dress up like Mr. John A. McDonald's
You
dog.
said porno.
You can...
Like a...
Yeah, that's
like that.
kind of how we started out this episode.
Okay. So let's start with Jesse on what he
Jesse, we're putting you on the spot first.
Oh boy. Okay.
You've been looking at your phone the whole time.
That's because I got the timer on. What if it randomly goes to 4 hours?
Yes.
Then there's an issue.
Daylight saving time strikes again.
This is for 4 hours.
Alright.
Okay, so on a scale of left to right, 100 to 0,
Okay.
I'm definitely on the left-hand side. I'd say I'm like an 80, 75.
You like a 79?
I said 80 and you corrected me to 79, Sean.
Better than
I
69.
You
Sean,
know what?
calm
I would
down.
say 69 would be better. Who just put 69?
So that's better than 100% on the test. Sean?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm like trailing behind Jesse at a good 79.5.
I'm in first place.
Obviously.
Actually, I'm probably more like a
69?
68. I'm a good 68.
68? I'm honestly closer to the less government power, but I do not completely despise the government. I think that there is some sort...
You hate the gummy mint.
I do, just based on how it is. But there is some power that is needed, just as long as it's not abused. So I'm closer to 25.
I broke my pen,
on
I'm
the
sorry.
spectrum.
I was just fiddling with my chair. I would have to say that I am more middle left. Like with Dylan, I mean,
Middle-aged?
Yes, I'm middle-aged.
Middle-aged.
Man,
white
you've been
man.
aging good.
Yeah, still got that acne from the teenage years, but so yeah, less government powers, all great, but more government services. I mean, who doesn't like free healthcare? I mean, who would argue with
Dylan,
that?
cough, cough.
Yeah. I know
cough.
Obamacare came into play. That was so funny. Well, I guess yeah, they have. It's like an insurance type thing.
America.
But yeah, I'd say like services, but not really. I don't want them making our laws. Is that I would enjoy more referendums. Is what I'm saying. More power to the people.
Yeah, that would be nice because with how the government is now, they're above the law. Like they can do whatever the hell they want.
No.
Technically, they are the law.
Technically. So they're allowed to do whatever they want.
There's a
'cause they're
story.
the law.
There's a story. This is in America, not in Canada.
Of course, it's America.
Basically, there was a story. I think it was something about. It had something to do with air travel. Basically, there was like some restrictive law against
9/11?
air. No. There was a restrictive law against air travel that affected all the senators or whatever they're called in America. And basically, within 30 minutes, they managed to add a law and get rid of it because it affected them. So they got rid of a law that affected them sorely within 30 minutes. And it takes them like years to pass a law
That's actually important.
Yeah.
So here, 30 minutes. I want to be on this. Okay? Get rid
Everyone
of it.
agree? Everyone
How
agree?
scary how far back these things lean.
I
It's
know,
like you're just
right?
waiting for it to break. This whole video should just be called chairs.
Or if you fall over it.
Chaircast.
No, clams! Clam chair. I'm gonna get a chair modeled from a clam.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
and
yes.
it can lean back like when the clam's opening.
Yeah, and you become a pearl.
You just become one. It's not like that was like when he closes his mouth.
Okay, cross. You were getting off track here. Which is
That was my
strange for me to say.
I mean,
That's
but yeah.
probably if you look at our name, that's probably like the most on task we've been yet.
Jesse, you probably want to move closer in, by the way.
Everybody look at the camera at once.
That's kind of
Hi.
Hi.
So, we were talking about how the senators
Or
did all
stupid.
that. There's also in Canada
Public
we're trying to
relations-
get rid of them because
Our
Oh,
Senate.
the Senate, yeah.
yeah, because the Senate is just brought in by all their political buddies.
House of
Yeah,
rubber
but
stamping.
really, they don't really do much. They just go, this will not turn our country into flames. I accept.
But no, if it's something the prime minister has proposed, then they're just gonna go along with it, and their word is higher
Yeah,
up than most elected
they can't-
officials.
It has
They
to
can't
go with
get-
all the MPs first. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
go to the Senate first.
Only
like,
the Senate
is-
decides on everything.
Like the Senate does have a really big say, because like
Not really.
feel
they're
like we're
really
part of
high
Star
up on
Wars
there,
universe.
though.
They have a yes or no,
Yeah.
and they never say no.
Well, they can adjust it slightly, but it has to be back to the MPs again.
Yeah.
That's
and
fair.
the MPs can say no.
And then
And
the
these guys
Queen.
say no. And these guys say it's a very
And it just
complicated
wastes
project.
time because.
But I mean, it's to ensure that we don't light on fire all spontaneously.
I'm pretty sure that's kind of impossible.
Just
For every
just
single-
one day somebody leans back in the
Yeah.
chair and they burst into flames. Everyone dies, all because the senator
Every
said
single
yes.
person
Just like what happened to the year 24,000. Too bad we had to start at 0 again to get to restart
Okay, that's,
Is
see,
it
that's
5
a
again?
restart.
What?
Playing Civ 5 again?
Would you like to restart your game?
Go back to
But
this
you're
zero.
right,
yes.
But
Forget
you're
about
very
the,
point to
everyone
continue.
lighting on fire. Men in Black. That's what happened. There's a man entering the room.
There is.
Thank you, Mr. Recycling.
We're allowed to edit this out.
No, we won't.
Okay, it's fine.
These are special guests.
Yes.
Anyways. I can't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about
Oh,
everyone
that-
lighting on
everybody
fire.
lighting on fire.
Alright. Everybody lighting on fire.
Maybe that was a good like indicator to get back on topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess since we're on the topic of laws, we can actually go on to our second one, which is the gun laws.
Gun laws.
I mean, guns are fun. Let's admit it. Who here shot a gun?
I mean, I have, yes. And this is in real life. We're not.
Who here owns guns in their house?
I do
your
in my
house.
dad's house. My dad owns them, and
I
I
have
visit his
a
house.
lot of guns in my house.
Why?
They're in a cabinet.
But there's
shooting.
there is a line between where you should have them and when you shouldn't. Because if it's for fun or
Like skeet shooting, hunting.
Well, like if you're
Yeah.
skeet
Trapping.
shooting, like where do you skeet shoot?
Like
There's
they have, like
the thing,
ranges.
there's ranges.
There's
There's
so I
privately
don't see
owned
why you
range.
keep guns in your house.
Is it?
You go
No, it's a
to
range.
to shoot.
Because like you
skis.
can't store your guns at the range though.
Why can't they just have a safe closet with a lock on it?
Yeah, because like
Like
what
you-
would happen in a
Like
bank?
a locker type thing.
Yeah, like if you
I
go to
won't
the
rent
gym,
to go
you
banks.
can put your clothes in there.
Sometimes people just like the look of them. They like some people are like just like
Some
cleaning
people
them.
do like them for display, but
Yeah.
I don't agree with those people.
No.
But I
No,
mean,
because that's not something
you
to
can
be
just have, like,
really
a
proud
picture.
of. It's just cool. Okay,
if you
go
want to
have
have
a gun.
a gun like that doesn't work, like if you could like modify a gun so
Yeah, you
that
could.
Yeah, that's what they
it
do.
doesn't work.
That's what they
In
do.
stores,
Then
they
that's
have to do
fine.
that. Like if they have any guns
Yeah.
on display,
Because
stores,
if
have to
they
modify
can
it.
just take those and try to shoot up
Yeah.
the place. So
Yeah.
if it doesn't work, then rock
I'm
on.
saying.
Especially on older guns, you have to do that because
Yeah.
that's how many malfunctions they used to have.
Just sitting on the wall randomly shoots off in the middle of the night.
No, you have to
Bam!
take the wall.
Oh
You have-
my God!
Every day you shoot. which
Burglar
chair
alarm
points
goes
at.
off.
Every day you don't know when to fire off.
God damn it, Jimmy! I told you to fix the gun.
I did fix it. I got it
time
skipped
this
up real
happened this
good.
month.
Why was it loaded?
I don't know.
Why was your mom loaded?
Sean,
No.
corner, corner. Stand up and go to the corner.
I know you had the line.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
You can come
That's
back
a
when I
pen
say
over.
it's okay.
There was a pen in the room and he's stolen it.
He stole it. He gave me a pen.
John, you can come back.
Yes, he
now.
did. I guess Sean can come back. But you see, they're strict, but not as strict in Canada.
Like terrible. I'm saying some things.
Back.
But in America, they're extremely lenient with it. Like, oh, cool.
Too lenient. Like,
You want a
Far
gun?
too
Here.
learning.
And like I've talked to a lot of Americans on that subject, and they say, I need a gun just in case somebody pulls a gun on me. If you need a gun to protect
What's
yourself
the corrupt cop?
corrupt cop, hit him with a pipe.
usually
He
cops
has
have
a
a
gun.
kid as
Yeah.
well.
He's
Usually
a
they have
cop.
a partner.
What if
Yeah,
they're
that
both
was
corrupt?
too.
Then they explode because that's against the law. Because the Senate writes something down and they combust.
Full
How do
circle.
they get to the Senate? What if they're like?
They're wizards, okay? It's just the
They're
wizard
Jedi.
Senate.
We are entering.
The
Oh,
Jedi
imagine
Senate.
like
wizards.
We're
on the
entering the.
The only thing on the Senate application form is, are you a wizard?
No,
I
like they
should
all
have
have their
those
little
implants.
witchcraft meth labs underneath the Parliament building,
Why do you think
and like
the
they
Senate
call
doesn't
up
do
their
anything?
friends. They're like,
Parliament's
"Are
Canada.
you ready?
They're
I've done my
actually-
training, Master Yoda."
They're actually wizard.
Dylan, we're talking about
superheroes.
America, Parliament's
So
Canada.
when they're supposed to
I
be
know,
doing nothing, they're on
We,
the
there's a
street
Senate here too,
flying.
so.
Yeah, but we were just talking about America.
But that's understandable at least. But
Yeah.
I don't think if you're a corrupt cop, you're supposed to just go around shooting people.
Yeah,
What if-
also, 99% of cops aren't corrupt.
They could probably be like more 97%.
No, 99% of cops
I'm
aren't
gonna
corrupt.
keep quiet on that because I'm gonna be a total ass about it.
So let's move
Ass
back.
is not a bad word.
Let's move.
It wasn't doing it.
Okay, let's move back to the actual thing. What I believe is that guns, you should be able to like have them as long as they have to be like right now. I'm pretty sure the law is they have to be dismantled if you're gonna have them with you.
Mine's in.
But if you're gonna have them like for transport,
Oh,
need
for
to be
transport, yeah.
they need to be dismantled and unloaded and everything.
They can't just like.
And they need to be in a steel case. Like they need to be. They can't just be like, oh, this is a
And like your
cardboard
cup holder,
box that I
and your
can
cup
just.
holder pointing at the.
Yeah, pointing at you.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
needs to be
the one
like
that fires
locked
off.
cardboard,
Hit 'em
like
all.
locked steel box type
Yeah.
thing, and you need to have your permit with you as well. to
That's
own
some
a gun.
James Bond shit.
So that's what I really. Right now, I think we have it good. Like maybe it could be a bit more strict. I don't know how, but I think right now it's.
I think
really
it's
good.
pretty
I
decent.
think it could be more strict. Like, I don't think what Sean has should be allowed. Why do you need them in your house?
Well, they're like a cabinet that's
Just in
locked.
case somebody brings a gun and
Yeah,
tries
okay.
to rob your
They're in a
house.
metal cabinet that's locked.
That's great and all, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna go on drugs and go steal them. I'm just saying
Steal
why.
them from yourself.
But the thing is,
And
like,
then go
I-
shoot up town.
Another
the
reason.
thing is that you don't have to like drive to someplace else, get them, then go to the range. Or if you want to be like, you
No,
know,
they're at the range.
Yeah, they're at the range.
What
The
about
locker's at the range.
what if you want to go to another range? What if,
Yeah, that is the thing. Because
'Cause-
lots of times there's lots of personal preference when it comes to ranges. Like
Yeah.
some days you want to go out to an indoor range, some days you want to go outside when it's nice.
Well, maybe then the range has like I'm sure the range has
like
a
sometimes you
stopper
might want to
box.
actually shoot at targets, and sometimes you might want to go skeet shooting. It's different.
Mostly the
terrain.
ranges is just open property. You just need to like
Yeah.
a lot of the time. Like this one my dad goes to, it's out on a farm. Like it's out on somebody's farm. They just have an open gun range that. You have to have like a flag. There's like a
Yeah,
flag.
there's like a flag, orange flag.
Yeah, and it goes up, and that means guns are active.
Yeah.
And then you take it down when
Like,
there's
for
nobody
example,
there.
one that we usually go to is you know, air cadets or whatever. They have some camp out in the bushes. We usually go there sometimes. There's also the other one that's like a fishing game, wildlife.
But like,
Yeah.
how many guns do you have in your house? Like how many things do you have?
Like maybe 3.
My
So
dad
you
has
could
3.
have. So like, let's say that you're going to 3 different ranges. You could have a gun at each range. Or if you were the
Okay.
two, then you could have like
Well, if
2
you want,
guns
like-
in one.
Yeah, like what if
We
you
always go out as dad and the kids.
Okay.
3 kids.
That's understandable.
Yeah, and what
But-
if you want to fire a different type of gun? Like maybe you just want to do some pistol shooting, and then you want to go to like a shotgun.
I don't see why you have 5 different ranges and then like you have a different gun per day and different range per. That's first world problems.
That is
Okay.
first world problem there.
These are big issues. Like, oh no,
Well,
like
once
it's
you,
not worth like the risk.
what's your idea? Once you put your gun there, do you like how many? Like your what if you've decided you don't want to go to this gun range anymore? Are you
Go and
allowed?
get them?
You go and
what
get
if like
them.
you absolutely like the owner's sleeping with your wife? You don't want to go back there.
No, you shoot him.
These are private
That
private
is a
lockers.
problem.
Like you rent a locker and you now have a key to this locker, like or safe or vault
That
or
make
whatever.
I like that.
And then you go in and you get your gun.
I'm starting to like that. Yeah.
He's nowhere in the picture.
Like transport's
And then you go and
completely
you
loud
shoot
and
him.
everything, but you
Yeah.
just can't like keep him at your home.
Yeah.
See, but that
Well, what
thing
if-
is, it's like anybody
yeah.
can go to Lockdown and probably like get bolt cutters and.
Well, fine. It's not a locker. It's like a.
Yeah, it
you
can
know,
be like
A
a
safe.
fairly
safe,
high
closer
level
to a safe is what I was thinking.
But
Like
my
with
problem-
the twisty thingy on the thing.
A twisty thing, like.
My
Shush.
problem with that is that basically makes it, well, it's about the same. It doesn't fix the problem of taking your gun to go kill someone.
Yeah.
It makes it more difficult though.
No,
Really?
because you
So
just
what
go
if,
to
like, you just
locker
had a day at
and then
the
you
range,
just say
you're
you're
like-
going to transport it.
Yeah, like what if you just had a day at the range? You're like, oh, I gotta go take this to gun cleaning. I want to go clean my gun real quick.
You know, I think
Yeah.
something that should be
Or I
on
wanna take
guns
this to a
is
Like you need
Right.
to have it though.
I think that there should be a GPS on the guns.
What?
Like
You know how
no,
expensive they would get now? They're expensive as it is. You're adding a GPS.
the more expensive they are, the less likely someone's gonna buy it and kill someone.
Yeah.
Dude, Dylan, you're making it so that there's a GPS on it. You probably have to charge it, which would make no sense for the lockers then. You know,
Oh,
like
the lockers have plugins.
with our Chromebooks.
Yeah. I don't
For
kiss my
those of you who
Chromebook.
don't
You can
know,
do
our
whatever
school
you want
has
with yours.
a laptop thing that we do, and we leave our laptops here to charge overnight.
We're in a
Chromebook is.
Dude, we're at school making YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm
This
not
should
sure.
be illegal.
I'm not actually at
Illegal.
school. This
I said
is a
illegal.
really good
I
cut.
feel
Oh,
dumb
come on.
now.
I was the only one who was whispering, and I got all you guys to do it.
Sean thinks he was the only one whispering.
He also sometimes thinks he's funny, which is sometimes true, but not always.
And not in this specific
So
scenario.
if Sean didn't hear what you were whispering, he would have heard you just turn to him and say, "Not always."
You would be confused and it would make me laugh.
So
Ross,
how
guess
long
what?
have we been going?
Yes.
17 and a half minutes.
I think that's pretty good for going through the 2 topics already.
Well, I think we can go on this for a
Yeah,
bit
we
longer.
can. We can keep
I
talking
agree.
this.
Number 3.
No.
I'm number
no.
3.
No,
Still
we're gonna
do-
stick with the gun laws.
So
Something that I also hear a lot is like, what if it's just a robbery? Somebody breaks into your house. Your first instinct is to shoot him?
No.
No, like in America, that's
You can't. That's not even legal here in Canada.
and plus
No.
that's pretty stereotypical. Not everyone has the same instinct.
Yeah, like.
no. But through the Americans that I've talked to, it has improved my view on it because like they've said, if there's a robber in the house, I want to be able to protect my family.
No, but I mean, like, with the gun, you're not gonna, like, as soon as you see him, shoot him. You're gonna, like, protect your family, tell him to get out of the house, and as soon as he sees you have a gun, he's gonna be like, and walk. Like,
Unless he has a gun.
Yeah, if he
But
has a
you
gun,
only have a
But
bigger
the gun laws would stop him from having.
No, wait. If he has a gun and he sees you with a gun, he's gonna see you as a threat. That means he's gonna be more likely to shoot. If he
Yeah.
sees you're just an innocent person,
Okay.
he doesn't care if you live or die. He wants the jewels. He would rather you not die. If you have a gun and you are threatening to kill him, then
He's going
more
to shoot.
He's more likely to shoot you.
Because at that point, it would, in a way, it would be some form of self-defense.
Unless you're
But
Canadian,
at
you're
the
like,
same
oh,
time,
sorry,
it's-
man. Walk out.
Sorry, I was robbing
Those-
you. I'll just take myself out.
Those Canadian stereotypes. Don't even need to go. You turn on the light. Well, apparently we drink maple syrup all the time while driving our beavers or polar bears.
Polar bears.
Polar bears.
Rewrite our beavers.
Yeah, we have like beavers sitting
Giddy
on
up.
our heads
Yeah.
and they're our pets.
Go.
No, their tails
Go.
are propellers.
Yeah.
But actually, after hearing from Americans, that a lot of the stereotypes are actually true. Like, because like not the really outrageous ones where we ride beavers, Drink syrup. Apparently we do actually have a syrup reserve in the government. The government has a syrup reserve. I heard
I
that.
want to imagine one day Prime Minister Harper's like, and like,
We're running out.
no, you
It's like a big press
know what to
conference.
do. And then like, they get all these cards, like a super secret operation, it takes like months. Eventually he like gets the reserve, takes off his pants, puts on Speedos, just pops.
It like goes full Men in Black style, like we're running out, and then he like leaves to go to his reserve or
It's
whatever.
like a secret room.
And
just
there's like
imagine that he's with
every news report in the world gets like the pen or whatever to make them forget their memory of that syrup situation, and it's just Harper swimming in syrup.
So, I mean, how many of you can seriously say that you don't have maple syrup in your fridge right now?
I have maple.
Actually,
I would be a liar. I would be a liar.
I have
Actually-
pure maple syrup, like real maple syrup.
I love pure maple syrup.
Oh my gosh, that's the best.
Yeah.
I don't actually think I have any right now, because we haven't gone grocery shopping.
You Americans never tasted the glory of real maple syrup.
We win.
Or better beer.
None of us.
I haven't.
really
Ross
drink
has
beer.
it.
Well,
Sean,
Don't
a
think Jesse
sip
has-
doesn't
not
count.
like.
I imagine every Saturday
Plus,
night,
there's
Sean
a-
just
Unicorn.
turns into
Well, I have been told that our beer is a lot better though.
Yeah, from what I've heard is like Americans say that our beer is better. I wouldn't know since I don't drink.
Because
But
every time
How long do we want to
my family goes to the States, my dad's always complaining about how bad their beer is.
first world problems. Back to
First world
that.
problems.
By the way, going back to like the technical difficulties of this, if we're sounding too quiet or too loud, we'll fix that next time. This is just like a pilot.
And we're really far away.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Just like if you are too quiet, it's like I'm.
And if we're too loud, it's I'm sorry.
Like you guys aren't actually cutting yourselves off.
Yeah, because we're in like a building and there's people outside that wall.
There are lots of very important people
Very.
probably within this building
Don't
outside
hurt
of
me.
this room.
Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
I imagine now there's a spy outside going, okay.
I'm
You
not
see, all these
across
windows
your
are covered
wall.
up, and spies they have like goggles.
I can see through the bottom of one.
I didn't know what I was gonna say X-ray goggles, but then they'd see through us. Well, actually, they'd see our bows, but.
Spies have like goggles.
Swimming goggles.
Can you imagine? I'm a spy. Ow! Water.
Well, imagine like a lineup of one is swimming goggles, one's like aviator goggles, one's like googly eye goggles. Those are not
Had
goggles.
to bring on the aviators.
Wow, those so reflective. By the way, his eyes are mirrors right now.
Bet
If you can see yourself, somehow you've broken physics.
You've done something.
Could you just leave if you can see yourself?
If you can see yourself,
Please.
contact the
Walk
authorities. You
out that
might be
door.
a witch.
Imagining someone who like just like walked in like, what's this? Oh, it's pretty funny. Or probably not because we suck.
I once
But,
heard a-
he like,
Oh,
he just
great.
leave? Oh, okay.
I once heard a story about someone.
See him in front of us.
I once heard a
We're
story
actually
about-
blind.
I once heard a
I'm
story.
sorry, but we're blind.
I once heard a story.
I'm deaf.
It was about hearing a story about hearing a story.
I've
Okay.
been hearing Dylan talk for a long time.
Yeah, because you guys always cut me off, and I'm trying to fulfill a Canadian story.
appreciate you.
Okay. I know.
What's the we?
I heard a story about a guy who got ripped off by his drug dealer and went to the police about it. And
Yeah,
put the
I've
bag
seen
of
that.
cocaine on the desk at the police station. He's
I'm
like,
missing
this
like
guy,
0.3
this,
grams here.
yeah.
Deal with it.
No, he was seriously, he was mad that his dealer had cut him off.
It's like-
it was a few grams.
I'm imagining he just walked in, placed the thing on the desk, and was like, "This is your problem now."
Hey. So tell me what's wrong with this?
Okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna be him. This is gonna suck, but
Am I gonna be the police officer?
What's happening? Oh.
I ripped the page out. What is this?
We're
That's
very
okay.
serious.
He
podcast.
ripped me off.
Sir, that is
You know.
cocaine. What in this jail cell?
That's a wall. But
10 out of 10.
Oh, the page.
10 out of
Make
10.
sure you
actually,
like,
yeah.
favorite, subscribe.
I ripped it out.
I don't think we can actually do
Yeah,
this.
you know what? I'm just gonna put it there. It's gonna sit
If
there.
we are, I want like a picture of
I
you
really wish that I didn't rip that
right
out.
here.
I wrote something.
Me,
but I-
me high-fiving it.
If you want to make fan art for this, go ahead.
Man,
Don't stop.
Nobody's
What are
gonna
If
make
you want to
that.
make fun of us for this, go right ahead. I
What
want
are
to hear
fan
it.
art?
I will enjoy this. The YouTube comment section is
What would our fan art be? Would our fan art be like all you guys in clam costumes? I'm like hunting you down with Mike.
No, that would be us hunting you.
As
In our
clams.
clams.
I'm hunting clamets.
No, imagine you guys not in clam costume anymore, but like clams on wheels.
Okay, we've been going.
Yeah, that was about 5
nonsense for a
minutes
while.
of nothingness right there.
That wasn't
That's
nothingness.
great.
I
It
did
was
a skit.
great. Nothingness.
It should be pretty funny.
Okay, let's do
Move on
number
to our
Um,
third thing.
Our third thing is the Russian-Ukraine Russia invaded Ukraine.
Read it all. Read it all.
Crimea River.
Cross you and your,
Oh, I've seen that.
With
Yeah,
the-
Crimea River.
but it's
Yeah.
what happened was the Ukraine had no government, so Russia thought it'd be funny to invade. No,
They thought it'd
no,
be
they invaded.
Well,
Lol.
Yeah.
They'll totally get a joke out of this.
none of us, we're all completely ignorant on this, so if you're gonna shout at us, please make sure to do so, because it gives us
Um,
Well,
empathy.
apologize
If you
to
have
the
any
Canadians.
information on it that we don't know, then please tell us because we don't know.
We're
it.
done with
Inform
this.
us.
We don't
We like
care.
to
Ukraine was
know.
gonna pass a bill or a law or something that would make it have closer ties with the UN, but Russia, because it's like so close to it, pressured them into not doing it.
Yeah.
And because it didn't do that, that's when like the riots, and they just passed some laws against rioting.
How do you pass a
You
law
are
against
now
rioting?
not allowed to
Like,
riot.
what I
You were
don't
allowed
understand-
before.
No, it was against protesting, not rioting.
Okay, protesting. I believe protesting should be allowed. Because
Peaceful
as
protesting.
long as peaceful
So they
protesting.
even restricted some of the peaceful protesting things.
Yeah, because
Well, peaceful protesting hasn't been going on in
and
Ukraine, though.
I'm not condoning the amount of anarchy that's been in Ukraine, but there was a there was a reason for it.
Yeah, it
The-
wasn't just like, hey guys, let's revolt.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were just getting mad for no real reason. They were getting mad because their government was corrupt.
Yeah,
And like because when you
we have a key researcher doing his research now. Product placement.
product placement
Oh yeah, hi Apple. Yeah, sure, we'll take your bajillion dollars.
Bajillion.
On a podcast that's gotten like maybe 3 views within
it's gonna
the
be
next
funny
month.
because this is gonna be the biggest one ever. We're gonna
It's
have
gonna
like
be
4.
billions.
We're gonna have like 4 people.
With the new internet happening in India, we're gonna have all the views from India.
I have a text. I have 2 texts.
Why do you have
One is from my mother.
Good job.
What you want?
Let's read it out.
No, she
Live on the podcast.
She texted me, she said, "Don't forget to walk to Grandma and Grandpa's after school, exclamation mark, exclamation mark." So I said, "Don't you exclamation mark, exclamation point me." I know.
So there you go, viewers. That's what Dylan's mom
We're all-
had just texted him.
No, it's
Any
not
text you
exclamation
get
mark,
during
it's
the podcast you need to read out.
Yes. Any text. So,
Everyone, phones on the table, just
Yep.
to read.
The
just
other
to
one
make
said
sure.
dill pickle. Hey, dill pickle.
I don't.
Android.
Who's it from?
Gross.
Not your silly iPhone.
Who's the hey dip? The pickle from?
Androids.
Mine's
Don't
not an
worry.
Android, mine's a Samsung weird thing.
I'm
The Android's
replacing
like
my
the
iPhone
operating
as
system.
soon
Yeah,
as
fair
it's
enough.
done.
Yeah, mine's LG. More products.
So how's that research going, Sean?
Going great.
What is
Who are
it
you
doing?
texting?
No.
Who are you texting? Did you text me? Yeah, he texted me.
The most professional.
Lidl,
podcast.
Lidl, Lidl.
Lidl,
Lidl, Lidl.
That's
Lidl.
almost 10 minutes. Nothing.
Oh wow.
What time, how long have we been recording?
27 and a half.
27 and a half?
Last time you asked him
Okay, so basically, the Ukrainian people are doing the kind of right thing. I mean,
To a degree, it's
more
right. but-
right than wrong, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm
And
with you.
the Russians are like, we're just gonna help by
Well, 'cause, like, it's-
invading
It's
you.
like no, it's like Ukraine is in anarchy. Like it's total chaos in Ukraine, and Russia is
There's
trying
been a
to
lot
sort
of
sort
deaths.
peace.
Mostly, yeah.
Russia is trying to sort of get in there, stabilize, be like, okay, you just like sort of solve the problem, be the counselor, be the
But
middle
they're
guy.
trying to
Speaking of
help
Russia,
the wrong
apparently,
people.
the
They're trying
Olympics
to
only
help the
have
corrupt
4
government,
Well, they're trying
as
to
far as I know.
they're trying to like counsel
the guy?
government
Oh,
people.
I
They're
was
trying to be
gonna say
like,
that,
okay,
yeah.
let's.
But they were the
let's
ones to
sort
make the
stuff out.
government do the bad decisions, become corrupt.
Yeah.
As far as my knowledge goes.
No idea about that.
From what I've read into it, Russia did actually do a lot of pressuring into Ukraine
Oh my
to.
god, there's a lady with hands.
Okay, and Sean told me that according to Russia, the Olympics only have 4 rings.
Because, you know,
And,
during their opening
like,
ceremony.
Russia is also extremely corrupt, though,
Yeah.
because
their
like
That corrupt.
secret.
Russia is
I
in.
saw this one GIF. It was
You and
Stalin,
your gifs.
I was watching. It was Stalin, like the head of Russia. I don't know what his
Joseph Stalin. He was the.
No, not Stalin. Putin.
Yeah, Putin.
Not Stalin.
You say
like,
Putin?
Putin.
Putin.
Hey,
Putin.
Putins.
Hey,
Um,
wink, wink.
President, King. I don't know what he's called.
Oh my god, they're portraying
Messiah.
Messiah. Basically, there was
Vladimir.
there were some religious
Vladimir
people
Putin
going
is
up
Hitler.
to like meet him as like a friendship, just like a friendly greeting. and the man like kissed his hand, like a friendly greeting. That's a friendly greeting in a lot of places.
Yeah. Nope. Not
Yeah. And it was just he was just like, God, this is gross, and he just like looks around, like not knowing what to do. That man has so many problems of his own. Why is he running Russia?
So
Yeah.
Sean, what have you read?
So
That was just a side anecdote.
There's
It had
one
nothing to do
spot
with Ukraine.
so basically, Russians aren't happy with it either. Like, yeah,
Because
No,
Russia
yes.
has its own problems, and it doesn't. In Ukraine, it does.
Most
sorry, I didn't realize
bayonets.
it wasn't my turn to
Not
speak.
true.
That's what
No, you're
asked me a question.
speaking. You cut me off a number of times, so you shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Russia's doing pretty good for themselves.
They're almost in as much debt as the United States, or more.
They got like
Fact number
they
27.
got like the hats, and they got like
They have their own polar bears, and they have like seals.
Yeah, they're like
Putin
a,
rides
they're like a
rides
big
grizzlies.
corrupt Canada.
They're like
Like a big corrupt,
They're bigger.
slightly larger,
they're
much meaner
Canada's abusive
Canada.
father. They're Canada's abusive
It's
father.
basically
We love them.
Canada
No, we
from a
don't.
dark parallel universe.
Yeah, a very dark parallel universe.
Extremely.
Very dark.
Oh, so apparently Putin's saying that he's protecting Russians.
His name sounds funny.
Oh,
That's
Vladimir
not
Putin in
there was a
your butt.
massive play of word sentence I saw. It was like basically it was like it had Putin's face and it was
Quit
like
Stalin, I'm not putting up with it.
no, it was even longer than that. Like it even had like some more like Russian dictators. I'm just gonna call them that because honestly
Stalin.
they
I wouldn't
didn't
say they're all dictators.
I thought they were.
Like, but
Isn't it in a
some of them have
dictatorship?
Joseph Stalin.
It's not a dictatorship.
Yeah, and
right
it basically put all their names into a really long pun. Like it was like almost a paragraph of puns with
Oh my
just
God. Okay, I want to look
names.
this
It was
up. It
great.
sounds more interesting.
now. No.
I don't know.
Like
what it is.
read, just read like
Another
a,
side
just
anecdote.
read some stuff up there.
Okay. There's one.
Facts. Fast facts even.
Except they're pretty slow right now.
This is on the Sydney Morning Herald.
Okay,
Good job.
Dylan, quickly take Sean's Sean's phone. Sean, make the face.
Face.
Make the
Okay.
face.
Everyone, enjoy.
Please stop. Sean broke your pen.
Ladle,
Twice now.
God, no.
Um,
You broke the little ball.
Yeah, I broke it.
Stop playing with
I
that.
put it back on, but then it broke again.
How did you?
I don't quite understand. Like it says here that he thinks it's in Russia's interest to protect him, but why is he protecting by stopping?
He's the leader of Russia?
No, not. What is he protecting Russia from if he's going to Ukraine?
Underwear being
Ukraine.
flung at their face.
Well, I guess
Fair.
the revolts could spread to Russia.
Yeah.
Like people could catch wind of it and like, hey, these people are fighting for what's right. Maybe
So
we
let's
should.
fight for what's right, because they haven't. It's mostly because they're really scared because their leader rides bears.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Russia's like the big bad country.
Speaking of Russia, you know
But
what's
there's
awesome?
a lot of propaganda in Russia.
Speaking of
Sure,
Russia,
sure, yeah.
you know what's awesome about Russia? The epic rap battles of history one.
Yeah, that's great.
So that was awesome.
What?
Epic rap battles of history.
Oh.
Joseph Stalin versus. Broke it.
For how terrible Russia is, they've done some like not good but great things. Like you can't argue like some of the world's largest country. I
Yeah.
mean that's an achievement.
We're second largest.
Yeah, we're not the largest.
Stalin pushed them into the Industrial Revolution,
Yeah.
and they went a lot further than a lot of countries.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
a big superpower back when they had communism and stuff.
Yeah. Is it a dictatorship right now, Cross?
I don't think
I
so.
am.
No, because he's president.
Yeah.
He's President Putin, not
He was
not
voted
dictator.
in.
Yeah,
It was
we
the
voted.
lesser of two evils. It seems like we're starting to run low on time because
Oh,
a thing
yeah.
just popped up on my camera.
We're about 33 minutes in.
So I think we should just start wrapping up. This was the Clamcast.
Clams.
Clams.
No clams.
I've been Cross. Beside me,
Guess
Dylan.
you won't
Beside
go
him,
over
Sean.
that
Beside him, Jesse.
Best.
And
Sean.
we're the Clam Crew.
Clam
We're
crew.
not the clan first.
We're the clam
Sean's
crew.
not part of the clan.
No, you're the Clam Hunter.
That sounds kind of doity.
Yeah. So this is now the edited out ending. Is there anything you don't want people to hear on the internet?